Hey, it's Kevin. Welcome back to the Road Warrior video blog. I've talked before about how when I was growing up, I spent a lot of time in the shopping mall. Most of us did. It was a cool place to be. I spent the time there because I worked in shopping malls, worked in retail clothing in my teens and early 20s. That's where I met my first wife. She worked in retail for many years. And it's interesting now how in in 30 years' time, how the shopping mall experience has changed. Every day I open up my internet browser and my Google News and read stories about another big company going out of business. And sure, a lot of them are the big box type stores, the Toys R Us. Sometimes they could be, Sears or the JCPenney's. But more and more of them are mall stores. More and more of them are the Payless Shoe Source and the Claire's Boutiques and all the little stores and all the little chains that some once were regional. In fact, the chain I worked for growing up called Hip Pocket, S&K Famous Brands, it's now gone. They went belly up years ago. And it was a regional jeans chain, Hip Pocket was. And it was sad when it went belly up in the early 90s. But what's really interesting to me is I've always been fascinated with this dead mall phenomenon, where people go in and walk dead malls, malls that are dying, malls that have a lot of what they call label scar, where you can see what stores used to be there, but they're not there anymore. And I used to enjoy that. It used to fascinate me back when we went to shopping malls all the time. This goes back to the 1980s, even 1990s. I don't shop as much in the shopping mall today. I don't go to the mall as much anymore because it's not as enjoyable, because it's not what it once was. And to me, it's gotten very boring because there is no unique nature of any shopping mall anymore. They all kind of look the same. All the stores are the same. Heck, we've got now 2 or 3 malls in Nashville. We had like 4 or 5 at one time. And they all pretty much have the same stores. I know that's not technically true. But it's funny where if you can't find it at the one store, if you go to the Dillard's at the one mall, and well, they don't have it there, let me check the other mall, and they may have it there. And all the Dillards are the same. Yeah, they don't have exactly the same items because some sell out more quickly than others, but it's always the same stores. Every mall has the same big box stores. They used to all have Sears. Now most of them don't have Sears anymore. They all used to have Penny's. Again, the same thing. All of those regional retail department stores, again, all gone. That's all changed. Does anybody really shop at department stores? In fact, I shop at department stores now because they're big men selections for clothing, probably more than I ever have before in my life. Because there used to be more small big men stores. Now there's the one chain, Destination XL or Casual XL or whatever they call themselves now. It used to be Casual Male. It used to be Rochester Big and Tall. They all merged. They all got together. And now there are just a couple of 2, 3 around, and they're all the same thing with all the same clothes. It's sad how the shopping experience, which used to bring joy, now brings sadness. The town I grew up in, Quincy, Illinois, when I was living there, they were turning the shopping center into a shopping mall. And now, granted, it's been 40 years. That mall is dying, and they're losing almost every store because the town hasn't grown. The town's about the same size as it was back when I lived there 40 years ago. And all the young people are moving away. Now it's all old people. And it's sad to see my friends from back home talk about it and reminisce about the shopping mall. I understand their pain. Back next week, another Road Warrior, kevinmason.us, Facebook, YouTube, got them all there. Every single video, every single episode. In fact, I think every single episode is on the Road Warrior site, kevinmason.us. I think every episode's definitely on YouTube, and I think they're also on Facebook as well. So if you really get bored, you really want to kill some time, a good sleeping aid, and you don't want to try Sominex, do they even make Sominex anymore? Try the Road Warrior. See you next week. Thanks.